Thanks to everyone who have subscribed. If you have not, please do. And thanks for coming out here. I really appreciate you. 100 million alleged fraud. EFCC moves against Tinubu's Alpha Beta consultancy. Finally, the bell is ringing. Tinubu will eventually get into this EFCC nettle. And this EFCC that has become their tool to be used against whoever does not comply or does not fall in line will be used against them when we, the youth, take over. Every one of them, and they will die for prison. You've not seen anything, no? They will die. They will, one after the other. If they don't change, they will all die in prison. It's not a prophecy, it's not a prayer. It's just an obvious fact. Okay. So when begin to carry out audits and investigations and begin to trace that's what the Buhari's government is seriously afraid of. And that's why they are trying to intimidate all our celebrities and every one of us in every way humanly possible, so that we cannot organize ourselves to stand up against them, especially with 2023 presidency that is coming up. Tinubu, we know, has been a stronghold since he became governor of Lagos State in Lagos. If you don't drink his concoction, you cannot become a governor. And once you rise up against him, you go down. So this guy, when he was the governor, a very greedy man, I must say, with all that is, with the evidences before us, my conclusion is that his definition of greed in his DNA engrafted and enshrined in his life. This same man, while he was the governor for 8 years, he was the governor. And you know how much they pay governors after they've left? If you hear, it will shock you. I don't want to tell you something that will make you go and take paracetamol. You can investigate yourself. This man made an Apex company to also defraud the states. That's what collects all the revenue and the rest. And he's still a governor. Can you imagine eating from left, right, and center, digging into a hole, an endless pit that they never get full of, putting in money. Now, EFCC is after Tinubu. Let's get all the details. The 2023 presidential ambition for the former governor of Lagos State, Bola Tinubu, might be denied with some of the unfolding developments surrounding his business concerns. The Economic and Financial Crime Commission, EFCC, is already drilling the former chairman of the Federal Inland Revenue Service. That was what he did with the Alpha Beta. So that's an apex to be collecting money. They'll be collecting all the revenue in Lagos State. Can you imagine? And today, still collecting T-free. Let's continue. Is already drilling the former chairman of the Federal Inland Revenue Service, Babatunde Faron, over the 100 billion tax evasion allegation against a tax firm, Alpha Beta Consultants. Before the latest development, Alpha Beta, a consultancy owned by Tinubu, who carried himself as the national leader of the All Progressive Congress APC, has been at the center of 100 billion fraud, tax evasion, and money laundering petition written by its managing director, Chief Executive Officer, Dikbo. In the petition sent by his solicitor, Adetoju, over the years, the company is being protected and shielded by some powerful politicians and people in the social class, which made themselves to always boast of being untouchable. But our clients' feelings make them untouchable. But our clients feeling this need to do something quite quick again and strengthen the belief of the people in the fact that the government of President Muhammadu Buhari is keen on fighting corruption. My dear, Buhari is not fighting corruption. Get it straight. He does not want Tinubu to take over from him. Whatever agreement they have, he wants to break it, but does not want to say it directly. So he wants to use whatever he has on him to put him down. Okay, so please, Buhari is not fighting any corruption. He is the corruption. Buhari himself is the seed of corruption. When you have a tree and you say you want to cut down the apple, you want to cut down the mangoes on top of the mango tree, the tree is still there to still produce mango. So that's Buhari for you. Okay. Our client is the firm belief that it is time for the commission to step in the conduct of the holistic investigation of the activities of the Alpha Beta Consultancy Limited and Alpha Beta LLP, with a view of uncovering the massive corruption, money laundering, tax evasion, etc. going on in the company. Kindly note that one of the one of the companies being used to perpetrate money laundering in the company is still another company named Ocean Trust Limited, also owned by Tinubu. The only hope for our clients and indeed the 10 Nigerians who are victims of the crime being perpetrated by this company is seeking justice is the commission, which we strongly believe in, and therefore we call on the commission to cause a holistic investigation into the case and also involve the aim of bringing these criminals to justice and not to allow their claim of being untouchable to be what allowed to continue in our country. My people, well, let's keep praying. Kindly know that our client is willing and able to provide information to substitute all the claims that have been made and the plea for those done through him. I'm presently fearing for the life having been receiving life threat from a lot of quarters because of this case. Alpha Beta First became known when it was appointed as a consultancy to the Lagos State government. Its first client under the tenure of Babatunde Tinubu, and also Babatunde Tinubu appointed the board of directive, of which in 2005 and to 2014, internal revenue collection of all Lagos revenue goes to the company. The company got the appointment when Tinubu was governor. The speculation was, which has yet to be dispatched since then, is that Tinubu completely owns all the major stakeholders of the company. He just uses people as apex to make it look like there were other persons, but it's all owned by him. In the same vein, the state has also never deemed any claim that the company takes about 10% of the internal revenue generated of Lagos State, estimated from 2016 to be about 40 billion every month. So that's the money they take. It's 10% that they are taking on. And that's 40 billion a month that goes to Tinubu endless hole of greed to be filled up. My dear, I'm just, I see, I'm weak reading, just making out the news to you. I don't understand it. Do you know that there are children, a 7-year-old boy, 8-year-old girl, 9-year-old boy trying to fend for themselves? Yet, that same single day, holding a bag of pure water that is barely 100 naira, trying to make a living, an honest living, being abused, hit by vehicles, accident. Yet one man collect 40 billion. And you say the youth should not rise up. You say the youth should not rise up. Is it not a shame that you live beside the river and yet you are dying of thirst? Or there is soap in your eyes and you are going blind? Guys, leave us a comment. Just leave us a comment. God bless you. Have a good day. Bye for now.